16 of the National Football League.
And we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions.
It's the Cowboys and the Cardinals coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them, and in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting, they're going to be physical, they're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to, we had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays, his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Onyemata, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner, dancing away at the 30. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 15 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here's Murray. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Prescott on 3rd and 2. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Micah Parsons from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack on first down, Murray eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Cowboys at 12-2 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now we'll pause here for an injury. And it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Murray going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They'll run on first down with Price. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with a 2nd and 3. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Price. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
On second down, a run with Price. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played. First half.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray goes right back to McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Swim.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Kadarius Toney, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A handoff to Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll look to throw here. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And somebody... you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
To throw, it's Murray. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 20.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Here's Murray. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw here, Dalton. And this one complete, it's Fehoko. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Dalton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Play action here with Dalton. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29.
From the 29, Murray over the middle, complete. It's McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 2nd and 4. Now Murray off play action. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Barkley on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
52, 93, 44. There's a head!
Here's a give to Barkley. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one would... go as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now Murray. That's complete to McBride. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
That's good for a Cardinal.
Murray now. Caught left side Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. And the reception made by Green. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And the ball is knocked out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame him one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jair Elam makes a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Murray now to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Barkley did not get there. They'll run with Barkley. Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Barkley, inside handoff. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Dallas, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.